What's up? Top of the top. Saturday morning. What's up, y'all? What's up, family? What's up today? How everybody doing today? We live, we back. Had to come on today, man. Had to come on. Had to play my part for the weekend. We up. Hope that everybody good. Get into it. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up? Good to see everybody this morning. What's up, y'all? Shout out to the family that's tapped in. That been down from day one. We get into it. It's just entertainment, y'all. That's all. You know, it's just entertainment. Summer over with. Still good, though. End of an era. I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff. Like I said, man. I'll be laughing my ass off behind the scenes, y'all, before I do these lives, man. Y'all have no clue, man. So, y'all know I was just talking about Steve Harvey. Oh, my God. Somehow I talk about people, next thing you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I was just talking about Steve Harvey. Next thing you know, Steve Harvey done messed up, y'all. That's it. I mean, it already been a campaign against Steve Harvey. Like I said, it's a campaign on every last one of them, but yeah, Steve Harvey, he did it to himself, but he was already being humiliated. So we're going to talk about how Steve Harvey has pissed off America because of the Family Feud. Or he's being accused of ruining the Family Feud. He's being accused of doing the most disgustingest thing on TV. Well, remember Steve Harvey era, they didn't get no drama yet. We got drama from my era, from rap, stuff like that. The older generation, they get embarrassed with Smokey Robinson. Now, everybody that was down with Steve Harvey, they gonna get embarrassed. Because remember, TD Jakes already. You're gonna keep seeing this stuff, y'all. I don't know who's. Yo, first of all, where are all the church people at? I'm not even playing with you. Do people even still go to church? I don't even know. Well, I'm starting to see a lot of people should have never left that church, man. They showing us they can't sustain without the church, y'all. So we're going to get into it, y'all. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into Fat Joe. Like I said, everything is already spoken about. It's an update. The world catching up, y'all. That's about it. The world is finally catching up years later, months later, to what me and others already been saying, but nobody wanted to get it. When I told you it's all of them, and it ain't just Diddy, they all going to get it in their own little way, but somehow they all going to disappear. Did you see YouTube playing with the numbers yesterday? YouTube had this thing crashed out. See, like I said, before when I go live in the morning before I even start, I know what kind of day. I already know how YouTube got to say. Certain days, I already know what's going to happen. So yesterday, I watched YouTube had this thing crashed. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get into it. Because like I said, I see how dead YouTube was. And remember when I said how the Art of Dialogue is one of the top platforms on YouTube now. You're going to see something. It's the truth. If the Art of Dialogue wasn't working right now, it probably wouldn't be no content right now. Because I tell you, if he do a show, if they do a interview, it gives people like Cameron rebuttals. Fat Joe got something to say now. You see, it's a chain of reaction. I'm telling you what's going to happen, man. When all this shit disappears, you just watch. Like I said, man, let's go. All right, we're going to bring it up to date. Everything updated. We also going to talk about, you seen what happened in California. You heard what's going on in D.C., Chicago. You next, Chicago. Yeah. But don't worry, people, don't worry. Like my family in Chicago, don't worry. It's gonna be cleaned up, man. You're gonna be able to go outside with your kids and enjoy Chicago. You're gonna be able to enjoy Chicago like you never did in your life. I'm just telling you, don't be gone and let everybody else come and enjoy Chicago after it's all finished. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It's about the future, y'all. So when I've been telling y'all, a lot of us old bastards, meaning not me, a lot of y'all old selfish bastards. You lived your life already. But see, them children didn't live. Them kids, they didn't live. You didn't grow up with a bunch of gunshots, dummy. Why they got to grow up like that? You didn't grow up with people dying. Why they got to grow up like that? So you're going to see what's going to happen. It's about the future. We'll get into that later. All right? But now we shall finish them off. Let's go, y'all. We up. What's up? What's up, Punches? What's up, bro? What's up? All right, y'all. We up. We up. We up. Fat Joe should be canceled, y'all. That's what I'm saying now. Now, y'all know I've been... That's why I say, y'all. That's why I say, family. The people on this chat, family, that's why I talk to... I really be talking to y'all, see? That's what I be talking to. The people that already know what's up. Did I not tell y'all last year that Fat Joe was already finished? His career was already over. That was his rap career. Before he started what? Podcasting. Okay. Didn't I show you that in New York, they done with him? Let me make it clear, because I got to make it clear. They won't get it. When Fat Joe got accused of making the Yankees lose, you just think of all them Yankee fans. They don't like Fat Joe. I'm going to keep giving y'all these clues. When I keep telling you it's bigger than rap. Is hip-hop bigger than the Yankees? I don't think so. Which means me and my people know this. Wherever you go in this world, it's always a Yankee fan around. Always. That's a lot of people, y'all. That's just one department. People that have nothing to do with rap don't even like Fat Joe, y'all. Then on top of that, he endorsed somebody that lost. He endorsed somebody that lost. A lot of people don't like Fat Joe. What is Fat Joe doing? Hiding amongst the black community. Hiding, trying to get the most coins he can get before his whole shit is exposed. Even though I've been telling these idiots, Fat Joe knows one thing. All he got to do is talk about that rap. He got them Negroes. This is the problem of the world, y'all, which you must understand. You see Fat Joe, 50-something years old? What y'all not getting is their fans that are in their 40s and 50s are supposed to be grown, and they're supposed to be the main ones on the front line in this world of what we call politics. You're going to see it's the reason why the communities are what they are, because nobody wanted to play the role of the elder. Nobody wanted to be their age. See, when there were people in their 50s turn to deal with the present day issues, their present day issues became what? We're not going to say it. Yo, y'all, when I'm telling you this delusional dysfunction is going on, Fat Joe knows it. Everybody knows. They know. When a man is 55 years old and can play in your face and make up a bold face lie that him and Biggie was going to do album, knowing a lot of y'all been dealing with rap your whole life. You have never, ever heard nothing about no Fat Joe Biggie album. Then on top of that, if you're from New York, you really should smack yourself and jump off the Brooklyn Bridge. Pick one. Manhattan, pick one. If you know damn well Fat Joe was never one of the best lyricists, why would Biggie want to do an album with him anyway? Fat Joe been lying on dead men. He been lying on dead men for a long time. This nigga been capitalizing off black culture. I'm gonna use race today because he's not black. All right, he's not Puerto Rican. I told you a million times. Fat Joe is from Eurasia. All right, in my opinion, he's an Asian mixed with a Russian. That's what he is. He's a Berber. All right. And he acts just like a Berber because all he does is steal and pillage. That's right. So we're gonna get into it, y'all. I'm pushing that shit today. When I told all you idiots, you should have been slaying them. See, you was slaying low-level content creators, but you didn't slay your heroes yet. Are you gonna slay your heroes yet? Are you gonna break up your toys? Fat Joe has been playing in people's face. He done manipulated this culture from beginning to end. He's 110% a Diddy. Fat Joe is more of a Diddy affiliate than anybody we looking at right now. That's the truth. Diddy is an executive producer of one of Fat Joe's albums. That's how tight they was. Do you think Diddy would have produced his album any kind of way? All right, y'all. We going there today. I'm chilling though. What's up? Today, I'm pushing it. Fat Joe needs to be canceled. He should be canceled, y'all. Why? All he does is rob the black community, rob the Latino community, lie to them, steal, make up shit, lie, no talent, no skills. Give me one Fat Joe lyrical bar. Give me some hot shit Fat Joe said out his mouth. It's 30 years. You better give me one quote of his hottest bar right now. I dare any one of y'all that have heart to tell me Fat Joe's hottest bar in hip-hop history. You tell me right now. And you're going to see how much you've been lying to yourself, idiot. And then you're going to see why nobody respect you. You tell me one of Fat Joe's hottest verses. Not even a verse. I'm going to say, give me his hottest bars. Give me two-liner. Give me a hot two-liner. Crickets. I should shut the live off. So, like I said, let's keep it moving, y'all. Good to see everybody this morning. We up on this Saturday, man. But you watching this game die out, right? The two biggest culture vultures of hip-hop history. They kept talking about the white man as a culture vulture. I know a lot of white people, they just added on. They added on. They didn't take, they added to the shit. White people added to this game and expanded it and helped you bastards get rich. But nobody wants to accept it or analyze it. No, that's how we know people are blind, dumb. They dumb, deaf, and blind. That's right. That's how we know people are 3/5 of a human being, because they can't use their eyes. They got animal vision. They don't see clear. All right? So this is how you break down a culture vulture. All right? Let me break it down for you idiots and people without GEDs. What did Fat Joe bring to the culture? What did he do? What did DJ Khaled bring to the culture? Did they bring to the culture? Did they add on, or did they take away? Did they make it better, or did they just make it worse? Which one is it? Did they ride the wave? Were they independent? Did they need help all the time? Do they have blacks on all their hit records? Because I'm playing a race card now. I'm playing a race card on them. That's right. Let's go. Now, I need people to tell me this. And then we're going to ask the question, why are people watching and listening to Fat Joe? Even though you still, I was just cooking them yesterday. If Fat Joe is a loser, that made Jadakiss 5 times more of a loser. That's the part y'all don't get neither. How we know they both idiots? Because they didn't even have enough sense to do an album first. All right? If they were smart, they would have did an album first, did a collaboration, did some music, then say, yeah, we're going to start the podcast because we're trying to keep hip-hop alive. They didn't even do that because it's not about hip-hop no more, y'all. They are YouTubing for their life. I'm going to show you another rapper that just started a YouTube page. Remember recently I showed you Jazzy Jeff from the Fresh Prince? 300 views watching. I'm going to show you another rapper. All of their ass are on YouTube. That shit is sad, y'all. This they last stop, y'all. This they last stop. And soon Steve Harvey going to be online too, because he's going to get kicked off Family Feud in a minute. Yes, he is. Yep. I think Steve Harvey got set up because it ain't about the show. It's about what happened, because Family Feud is for families. Get it? Remember? All right, let me slow this down. Everything updated around here. I'm just talking to my family today. Look, didn't I tell you it's going to be all about families in the future? Didn't I tell you it's going back to family? Remember when I said all that alternative life, all this other stuff? Okay, that's cool, but it's going back to family. Did I not tell you that? Okay. Now you're going to see how Steve Harvey effed up on the Family Feud, because I know Family Feud is going to go back to regular families. I know what's going to happen. So Steve Harvey was set up, y'all. And what happened is he set himself up. We're going to get into this. All right. But we're going to first deal with Fat Joe corny ass. All right. So like I said, what did they bring to the culture, y'all? I just spoke about Fat Joe saying Gunna's a rat. What is he really doing? He's still dissing a black man. I don't care. So like I said, I can pull a race. Everybody want to play the race card? I play the race card too. Already did a special on Big Pun. Already did a special on Big Pun. On how Fat Joe and Big Pun wife might have played some funny games. That's right. Ben spoke about Cuban Links. Cuban Links out speaking for itself now. Ben telling everybody about Fat Joe. I called him Sloppy Joe from the Bronx. When I first came out on this shit live, 2021, before the lives, I was doing videos, and I got at everybody that I was supposed to get at. Nobody hurt me, though. That's why I said I get all the jokes, y'all. That's why it's a certain level of when I be going at them. Because when I told everybody this shit, nobody want to listen. Remember, it was about those views, clicks, and likes, and who you like. That's why I be so disrespectful on this platform, y'all. That's why I be so reckless like that, because there's certain people. But my family know what's up, because they've been from day one. People like punches from day one. See what I'm saying? Certain people from day one, they know what's up. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, cause Lance saying stuff. Now, cause niggas ain't got content. Now, cause there's nothing else to talk about. Everybody wants to talk about these things. No, that's why I'm having fun. All right? I'm gonna say shout out to Jane Dill, because he already been telling you what it is. All right, so we're gonna leave it at that. So, what's up, Pillsbury? Big Pun and Cuban Link wrote for Fat Joe, Don Cartagena, and Puffy produced the song. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And we know that's the hottest Fat Joe ever was when he was with Terror Squad. And we know he was surrounded by talent because that's the game they were playing. Surround yourself with talent, make yourself hot, pimp them all in their deal, get that money, get that publishing, and somehow that label just disappeared because they were prison programs. It's not about the rappers on Terror Squad. Terror Squad had real street people with them. Somehow the street people are going to go to jail. After Fat Joe used them to do a lot of dirt. Yup. That's how it go. No, y'all, they were protected by their gangs. We respected them because of their gangs. Because we know they had real people from the hood with them. But you can now see they used all them people from the hood. Because none of them people are straight. He did the same thing. Nori did it. Because after Wu-Tang Clan, it wasn't cool to be a rapper on stage by yourself. It wasn't cool no more, remember? You had to have a gang, a clique, a posse, like Wu-Tang. That's all it was, y'all. Wu-Tang started something and the whole industry copied the shit. We're going to have a label, and then we're going to have all these artists, and then you get your turn, and then you get your turn. But you're going to see when Fat Joe and them, their rappers ain't get their turn. Everybody on the label wasn't getting their turn. That's what was happening with them because it was all the front, y'all. I'm telling you, they all exposed, y'all. Fat Joe is 55 years old. How far is he going to keep going, y'all? Because now Fat Joe is doing number line, y'all. He can't tell you no real shit because he ain't got no real shit. Fat Joe can't tell you no story without another celebrity name in it. He has rode the coattails of black men in this game for his whole career, period. All right. And don't forget, he was handpicked, selected by Africa Bambaataa, something like that. He's 100%, he's 150% Zulu Nation member, period. 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 And a Diddy affiliate, 180%. So what are we talking about? When are y'all going to cancel Fat Joe, niggas? I'm talking to you blacks. That's who I'm talking to. All right? I try to be respectful, but I told you, they trigger me, man. All right? Fat Joe accused of lying about Lost Notorious Big collaboration. Since when? Didn't I tell you they lie on people, they make up shit? What I told you. If you didn't hear them talking about certain people when they was alive, it's a lie. If you hear them talking about Diddy in jail, it's a lie. That's what they do. They capitalize off your downfall and your death. You've been a hip-hop fan your whole life. You never heard of this shit. Why y'all accepting this shit? So you mean to tell me I got to come out and say something about it? No, y'all. This is why I told you black meat is in the fucking trash. Told you they finished. They've been letting these people lie for over 10 years. And then what you got to understand is they lie for each other. All the rappers been lying for each other, supporting each other lies, creating a big web of lies. Now they exposed. That's it. Fat Joe accused of lying about Lost Notorious Big collaboration. So Fat Joe, when did y'all work on it? When was this a conversation? Fat Joe, why we never heard of this? Biggie died in 97. Nigga, that's almost 30 years ago. That's 28 years ago. Why we never heard this story, Fat Joe? And why every time I see you, you're fucking whiter than Santa Claus? You are the one with the rosy cheeks. I don't compare you to straight all type of white people. No, man. I don't even like using that word. Fat Joe, so you need to stop your shit. Because I already proved, man. It's Italians darker than you. Irish darker than you. I don't prove every race in Europe darker than you. So you need to stop your shit, Fat Joe. Only part of Europe I come to the conclusion of, because I compared you to 10 Russian men. We looked through all this shit, Fat Joe. Your ass is goddamn a Berber. You are a Russian mixed with Asian. You from the goddamn tip of Caucasus Mountains. That's where you from, bro. And you ain't gonna trick me. You can't speak Puerto Rican. All right? You cannot speak Spanish, even though Puerto Rico is part of America. Dummies don't want to acknowledge that. When you go to Puerto Rico, yes, you could just speak American. You could just speak English, or you can speak Spanish. Yes, you can. because Puerto Rico is part of America. For dummies that don't know that. It's the truth. Now, Fat Joe, supposed to be from the Bronx of a certain era, raised in the 70s. He supposed to be raised with the real Puerto Ricans of the Bronx. That's what I be saying, y'all. He supposed to be raised with the real Puerto Ricans of the Bronx. But I asked y'all many times, when did you hear Fat Joe rep Puerto Rico? What did Fat Joe do for Puerto Rico? What did he do for the Bronx? And you still have no proof. I have no proof, y'all. I asked y'all motherfuckers last year, can you at least give me one picture or video of Fat Joe even eating some Spanish food? At least? Can you show me that at least? Family, he don't rep Puerto Rico no more because it's not cool. He's not Latino at all. You don't get it yet. Family, no. The new generation, you can get away with not speaking Spanish. Just remember this. This fool is from an era, man. He's 55 years old and don't speak Spanish. He's been on the planet 55 years. This, I'm not stupid, y'all. See, if he's been on the planet 55 years, that means how long was he raised amongst Puerto Ricans? That's supposed to be majority of his life, right? And you're going to tell him he don't speak no Spanish. No, y'all. No. Y'all went for that shit, bro. You have no proof. I don't compare Fat Joe right next to goddamn Big Pun. I don't put him next to all shades of Latino brothers. And nobody proved me wrong yet. Then during elections, he said, he basically trashed anybody that wanted to vote for 47. He dragged and trashed their ass. Yep. He already dragged Puerto Ricans. Yes, he did. But what else to prove you got? He didn't do nothing for Puerto Rico, y'all. It's a lot of charges against Fat Joe. Fat Joe, fat ass, is just trying to get money, but his real name Joe Zempic. But when I told you he's banned from New York, meaning he's a clown, family, he's from the Bronx. He got booed in the Bronx. He can no longer show his face with the Bronx Bombers. That's the Yankees. So like I said, thank you very much, Pillsbury. Big Pun was first Latin rapper to go platinum, and Cuban Link was about to be the second. Fat Joe was jealous of both of them, plus Fat Joe cut up Cuban Link's face. All the producers wanted to work with Big Pun. Exactly. And like I said, this all stuff we knew back then because Pun was one of my favorite rappers. That's it. It's a tree of lyricists. No, if anything, Biggie was going to do something with Big Pun, not him. So he needed to stop his bullshit. All right? Why? I already told y'all they exposed y'all. They're not. Family, I would punch a lot of y'all in y'all face straight up, especially y'all from the Bronx. When did Fat Joe give a Big Pun tribute? When did Big Pun and Remy Ma, the woman that Big Pun discovered, when does Remy Ma and Fat Joe rap Pun? When? Told you, I've been down with them punks. You tell me, y'all, when did they give a tribute? When did Fat Joe give a tribute to Big Pun out of his own pocket? A real, because I told you, they don't celebrate the people they didn't like. All right? I told you they're going to tell them themselves. Oh, are you getting it clear? You mean to tell me Fat Joe did not throw up any type of concert in the Bronx to celebrate the legacy of Big Pun? Because he knew. I'm telling you, man, they some wicked pieces of shit. They knew the Bronx would have been able to celebrate Pun forever. Every summer, the Bronx could have had a Big Pun Day for the rest of history. It would have been in stone, and the Pun legacy lives on forever. He didn't want that, y'all. Why? Because the legacy of Big Pun is the real Puerto Rican legacy. That's why. Because when you get into Big Pun life, you're going to have to go into his real Puerto Rican upbringings. And you're going to go into the real Puerto Rico. That's why I'm trying to tell you, y'all, they all exposed. They all exposed, y'all. And like I said, I just say these names because these are names that were put on these places, but I don't judge people by names of flags, colors, and where they're from. I'm going to know who the fuck you are by the shit you do. I'm going to know if we family or we ain't. And it's that simple, all right? So when I tell you Fat Joe ain't us, he ain't us. All right? He ain't us at all. So let's go. Why? We're going to know, people who they are by their works. Whenever I see Fat Joe, I see lies stealing, and a bunch of BS, just like DJ Khaled. Now, if we took away everybody from them, their careers, where would they be at? All right, let's leave it alone. Because, family, we about to go there again. Top of the top. Shout out to everybody that's up. What's up? I see all y'all. What's up, Nikki? What's up, Mick? What's up, Tiger? What's up? All right, y'all. Let's go. Now, family, we must go there again. Y'all already know what's up, but it has to be updated because I see people ain't getting it through their head. They still not getting it through their head, y'all. So let's go back to reality. Let's go. I'm not playing today. Once again, the White House told the world what it was, but since you want to live in your fake ass world, since you like to keep watching this fake, no. Being that a lot of y'all are willing participants, you didn't want to acknowledge the truth. So once again, we shall go there. Gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds, who preferred deals to homosexual black men in prison and then turned them into artificial celebrities. The goal was to create false idols like Fat Joe to destroy black American values. I will never change my mind on this. All right? The same way the White House let y'all know when it was time to let y'all know the real Rick Ross story about how what? They told you that, hey, guys, we're sorry, but we was the ones behind the crack stuff. Sorry about that, guys, but it was us. They tell you again, sorry, guys, we did have a special program for these rappers, but it kind of was for y'all to go to jail. Well, I'm sorry about that, though. Same shit. One more time, because remember, there's a lot of people walking around with no GEDs, but that ain't got nothing to do with it. It's people now, y'all, they going deaf, they out of here. So we got to repeat it again. I want the new generation to win. All of this is about the new generation, y'all. I told you already. I want them young people to get this clear through their fucking head. Gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds. So when Fat Joe have conversations about snitching, maybe he's one of them. All right? Gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds. It was created by the feds. NWA. All right, Negroes? It was created by the feds. Not hip-hop, not rap music. Gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds, who preferred deals to homosexual men. Period. I'm going to leave it at that. All right? So, it's okay. But the thing is, it's 2025. When are you guys going to acknowledge this? This didn't make me stop listening to rap. This did. I was bumping NWA 2 weeks ago. Music is music. But see, the difference with me and you, I listen to the music. You like the people. That's the difference. You don't listen to no fucking music. Shut up. You like the people. Stop it. You don't listen to no music. You like the people. They'll listen to music. And I'm not playing with y'all. This is how I've been known. Like in a modern time, when I was going into all of this shit, past couple years, I've been going on my music journeys of the past. But I noticed something. I said, yo, whenever, this is how I check it out. This is how I was able to do my study on what music outlasted the test of the times, who had real talent, what was real hits, what was songs I just liked because it was just back then, what songs did I like because I was high, who really had real skills and talent that last throughout the years. And I've been dealing with this shit. But I've been noticing something. Whenever I go into the old rap, old shit, period, I never play no Fat Joe shit. Which means he had nothing in his catalog that made me want to go back to it. Like, yo, that's my shit right there. Now, he got shit with Big Pun. Certain songs he got, like My Life, My World, he got certain songs he got with Pun. But when I really say right now, what's my Fat Joe favorite song? I don't have none for real. I know about a song. I got songs that's cool. I like, tolerate. But if I say the one he got, nigga, respect mine. Or here go to Raekwon on that. Like I said, I know Fat Joe. All his best songs, features. If I say what's my favorite Fat Joe song by himself, it's not going to be none, y'all. If I say, yo, what was Fat Joe hottest lyric that stuck with me? It's none. Told you, man, I ran all of them through the system, man. The modern day system. Y'all stuck in the past, bro. You chasing smoke. This man was protected by the industry, and he protects the industry. Fat Joe is one of the industry gatekeepers, but y'all didn't get there yet. All right? So I'm saying all that for a reason, because gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds. We must go there again, because you lost your head. See him? You see that gangster rapper in D.C. where the feds be at? Holding that sign? Okay, then. Is it hard to figure out? In the days of Terror Squad, would he have done that? Nope. Why? It would have killed his career. But his career was over. So he had to make money on campaigning. Yes, he did, because he's a bitch. That's right. Same man talking about Gunna's a snitch. All right? So, Candace, can you please explain to these people why these rappers don't go to jail? Gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds. So when they do a whole lot of shit, they never go to penitentiary. It's very simple. Y'all bought that shit. Fat Joe should be canceled because he's a liar. Let's go. Fat Joe has been accused of lying about recording. Look, he is accused of lying about recording almost an album's worth of songs with the notorious Big before he died. Do you see this shit, y'all? He lying on the dead man, y'all. He's lying on a dead black man. I'm using race. Sorry. All right. According to Lance Rivera, who has YouTube in a frenzy, who was a business partner of Biggie's Make It Rain rapper. Fat Joe, I Make It Rain on Them Hoes. Who's on that song? Lil Wayne. He has no hits by himself, like I said. According to Lance Rivera, who's a business partner of Biggie's, the Make It Rain rapper Fat Joe is not being truthful about the project. Fat Joe has not been truthful about a lot of stuff. All right? Fat Joe is, he's German, man, all right? He's 33% German, 40% Russian, and other percent is Asian. That's what he is, all right? Mano puts Fat Joe in his top 5. Do you see this? This is when I want to give y'all the clues, the proof that this is what I mean by they co-sign each other, they lie for each other. Even though Mano's exposed. We know what Mano is. Diddy didn't have 700 dildos for nothing. Keyword of Diddy, New York. So, Mano puts Fat Joe in his top 5. Now, let's ask the question. I never smoked crack, but I might start smoking it. Because if I believe this shit, I would have to smoke crack. Whoever in their life put Fat Joe in the top 5 of rappers? Whoever did that? Who did that? Whoever did that? Who in their life ever put Fat Joe in? Mano puts Fat Joe in his top 5. No, the top 5, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone. When I tell you this is the game that New York has been playing, y'all, I told you they're a gang that supports each other no matter what. They keep each other popping, y'all. You have never in your life heard Fat Joe in no top 5, but you know that's a bold-faced lie because Mano is a you know what, all right? We saw the pictures, man. Mano, we saw the pictures of you, bro. So we don't got to play with none of y'all, all right? All right? Hey, Mano, check this out. Gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds who preferred deals to homosexual black men in prison. You mean that's how Mano got a deal out of prison? He got his deal out of prison, even though everybody that was free been rapping their ass off forever. But Mano became a rapper in New York City after he got out of jail. Wow. Mano puts Fat Joe in his top 5. Let's go. Not playing with none of them. Joe has long said that he worked on the album with Biggie. This alone should get Fat Joe canceled, y'all. His credibility is in the toilet. All everybody should be doing is laughing, joking, trolling his ass. That's it. Y'all did it to everybody else. That's why I don't like y'all. Y'all go hard on 47, but y'all won't go hard on Fat Joe. See, if you had the same energy of everybody, it'll be straight. It'll be straight, but you don't. Meanwhile, Fat Joe has done more to act. He said in 2021, we cut about 5 songs together. He was like, you the Latino Don. I'm the Black Don. Do you believe Biggie Smalls said this? He's making content based on fucking lies, y'all. This how you know they broke. This how you know. If Fat Joe don't fucking lie, he don't even got no more stories, y'all. You got your proof now. You got your proof. All right? The proof is in your face. If he don't lie, he has nothing. They're at the point now of monetizing lies, y'all. This is what, remember, I went in the whole shit about fake news is bad. Fake media. Remember, I went into the whole shit and I said, I think the powers that be found out a lot of people in this department been monetizing lies. And some of these lies been causing lawsuits, shit like that. So now y'all gonna tell me, you're gonna let this man lie to your face about doing an album with Biggie? No, y'all, I'm gonna keep it real. Fat Joe know that black hip-hop men fans are fucking dumb. He knows this shit. He knows it, man. So I'm not gonna keep playing with y'all, all right? I'm not gonna keep playing with y'all. All of these rappers know that all of you Negroes that listen to them are fucking stupid. They know that. Because they know your dumb ass really supposed to be out with your family, but you watch them. They know when you up at night, your dumb ass supposed to be getting ready for work. But see, they know a lot of y'all are fucking losers, so they just lied to you. And guess what? For that part, I'm not mad at them. All right? I'm not fucking mad. Fat Joe also know a lot of his fans got fucking felonies. Meanwhile, that means them niggas ain't got shit else to do. So, just like I told you, be a lot of experiments on this internet people don't get. Like the other day, right? I saw Academics was live at 3 in the morning. And I'm like, yo, it was a weekday. I'm like, all them people watch Academics. I hope a lot of them on a night shift. Because I'm like, if people are watching Academics 3 in the morning by the thousands, I know a lot of them, they ain't got no fucking job, y'all. They don't know what this shit be telling. You feel me? I'm getting up for work. I see Academics live. I see about 3,000 alive. That shit 3 in the morning. I'm like, yo, this is a weekday. What nigga is up at 3 at night watching the goddamn YouTuber? Nah, you niggas ain't got no jobs, bro. Y'all exposed. So I said, yo, they telling on themselves, they just don't know it. They just don't know it. And my point is, Academics be knowing that shit. He's smart. I'm saying, yeah, he know that. Meaning, y'all have no clue about this algorithm, man. So, like I said, y'all being studying these apps right now. See, Fat Joe? You see those rosy cheeks? All right, then. All right, then. Did you see the rosy cheeks? I showed you Fat Joe in California sunlight, sun beaming, no tan. Fat Joe doesn't even tan, y'all. He don't even tan, which means he has no melanin in him at all. So how is he Latino? Explain that to me. If he don't tan, he is not Latino. So stop it. All right? You racist bastards. Even white people tan. And I don't, like I said, these are just titles. Because people you're going to call white, they know exactly who they are, what country they from, and a lot of them know their DNA. And it's a difference between a brunette. Guess what? Fat Joe don't even got black hair. Did you see Fat Joe's little kid picture? He don't got black hair. Told you it's a lot of ways I can prove he ain't Latino. When I said it's a reason why Fat Joe don't show his hair. He's not even hairy like a Latino. But it ain't even that. If you would have saw his hair, you would know he's not Latino, y'all. No, this fool, he got like reddish brown hair that's very dry. Yeah, that's Fat Joe. He's not Latino, y'all. All right, so hopefully you get it to your head. No. Far as I know, he was a little orphan they found in Chinatown back in the day. Put him in the Bronx. I don't fucking know, but I know what he ain't. See that? Next to him. That's a Latino. That's Cuban Link. See Cuban Link? See how simple it is? Now you're looking at an old picture of Fat Joe. So I'm showing you Fat Joe throughout decades. No tan. No proof of Latino. No proof at all. He tricked y'all by going to the Puerto Rican Day Parade. He tricked y'all because he's from the Bronx. He tricked y'all because he had 1,000 Puerto Ricans and Latinos and Cubans around him. Dominicans. No, y'all know. Can you see it with your own eyes, y'all? So when I tell you, in 2025, it's a lot of reasons why a lot of y'all are the biggest jokes. Then what's the biggest joke on top of that, y'all? Fat Joe is the main one talking about BT being canceled. See, y'all don't even know what he be doing, y'all. I made money off y'all culture. Then I'm gonna come rubbing in y'all face about how BT is over with. Then we come to find out Fat Joe was one of the last people to fucking host a BT event. So we also blame Fat Joe for getting BT canceled because they paid him money to bring it back, but he couldn't do it. All right? He milked the game, made all this free money without being a rapper. Let's say it again. Made all this money without being a rapper. DJ Khaled made all this money without being a DJ, and they still playing in your face. And y'all still listen to No, bro. Your life sucks. You have nothing left, bro. All you have is YouTube content, bro. That's all you got left. That's it, bro. It's sad. It's really sad, bro. Especially if you still stuck in the Bronx with nothing. Yep. Sorry, bro. You got us that phone now. Sit. This shit funny to me, y'all. A rapper that never could rap, a DJ that never DJ. I'm going to ask you niggas again. Can you give me proof of DJ Khaled cutting the fuck up out of some records? Can you show me DJ Khaled cutting up a record like DJ Kool Herc? Can you show me him cutting a record like DJ Red Alert? Marty Marl, can you show me this man cutting a fucking record? All right, then. I'm going to ask you again. What is Fat Joe's hottest bars? I should end this live. I should just shut it down, y'all. I should not be wasting my Saturday talking about Fat Joe, a man that was never a fucking rapper, y'all. I keep laughing at this shit. All I keep thinking about is how they prank the fuck out of black people. I don't give a fuck what you talking about, man. I don't care. This shit funny to me. All right, because he showed y'all. When the real Latinos started to stand up for the Bronx, what happened? Cuban Link. Now, he didn't just beat up, he didn't put a hit on Cuban Link to get him beat up. He wanted his face cut because he knew that Cuban Link was a ladies' man and the ladies like Cuban Links. But that ain't it. He know Cuban Link rap better than him. All right? When that song Off the Books, Off the Hook, whatever, that's on the books with Pun, Cuban Link, and the Beat Nuts, they went off on that song. That shit was a hit, but they went off. Fat Joe was scared since then. You see? That's why I say, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. No, Cuban Link rap his ass off. Fat Joe don't. All right? So, like I said, y'all also prove y'all swallow dildos because now that y'all don't have no content, now that y'all don't got shit going on, now that had to say something. Even though y'all had YouTube channels been on this shit for fucking years, none of y'all call out Fat Joe. I seen y'all co-sign Fat Joe. I seen y'all go against people for Fat Joe. Sad, y'all. Sad. It takes for to come out of retirement to expose Fat Joe fucking lies. This the shit y'all got people doing. Y'all on this shit every day. But people got to come out of retirement to stop these fucking lies. This is how hectic it is. There's a few rappers in the nursing home right now trying to get off oxygen because y'all niggas won't stop lying. All right? And what y'all did was y'all ruined the real, true hip-hop history. Hip-hop has no history, y'all. So when I tell you, who cares about a hip-hop museum? Everything is lies now. Right? You go to hip-hop museum, you're just going to see a fucking Kango, a microphone, and everything in that museum. They might have bought that shit recent. All right? Because they full of shit, y'all. That's it. Joey Crack recently accused BT of gentrification for canceling the Hip-Hop Soul Train Awards. Speaking on the Joe and Jada podcast, the Make It Rain rapper, they just keep calling him the Make It Rain rapper. And Lil Wayne on that song, y'all. He don't have no songs. Tired of being alone. Little by little, over the years, quietly, they've been firing a lot of people behind the scenes at BT. And everybody who has something to say, and I know because I've been working on the BT Hip Hop Awards for 3 years, which means I've been working on the BT Awards for 3 years, but somehow that shit still didn't work. Meanwhile, You might be the one that helped them start losing viewership. No, we've been to BET was a joke. I'm going to tell you again, you know why BET also failed, y'all? Because BET was trying to get, BET didn't want to just be black entertainment no more, y'all. They was trying to pander to everybody. They were trying to, you see what I'm saying? Y'all got to remember this shit. This thing happened in hip-hop. I mean, y'all didn't get it. Happened in the past decade. Hip-hop got a facelift. Y'all didn't notice hip-hop started getting extra lighter? It started getting lighter. French Montana, a rapper, BET. You getting it? That's what started happening. Other people became the face to hip-hop, y'all. But that was 10 years ago. fatjoe, DJ Khaled, French Montana. Remember, guys, you guys that everybody, you kept being told hip-hop was your culture. Well, you got the proof. If hip-hop was your culture, you guys couldn't even control that. All right? Let's say it again. If hip-hop was your culture, you guys couldn't even preserve, honor, and respect and gatekeep your own culture. So nobody has to tell y'all how sorry y'all are when you run your mouth. All right? You don't have no culture. And if you did, it's already proven anybody will come amongst you and take your fucking culture. It's in the history books. All right? You have the biggest mouths, but you are also the biggest punks. All right? What I mean by the biggest punks, you guys slay each other, especially when you're mad. You put each other on blast. You expose each other. You kill each other. Anybody else, you suck them off willingly. That's why I say most you all are willing participants. All right? Now let me show you what the real world's saying. This is one of my family members telling you about Fat Joe. Everybody knows Joe was telling DuckTales again. They call Joe DuckTales. DuckTales. Remember the TV show, the cartoon? Because I told you they're cartoon characters. Bingo. DuckTales. After school cartoon. All right. Everybody knows Joe was telling DuckTales again. He's one of those dudes who keeps telling progressively bigger whoppers than the more ridiculous they sound. Meaning he just won't stop lying. He's telling more and more bigger lies than before. Why? Because nobody stopped him. Nobody calling him out. So he cashing out. Let's go. Y'all don't get, he's trying to tap into Biggie fans. Why? If I'm a young hip hopper, if I'm a young man, I don't know better. I listen to Fat Joe. I believe the shit. Because I'm only 19. I'm only 21. I'm only 18. So I don't know. I believe the shit. They're rewriting history in your face. That's why I said no. Let's go. When people lie on your history and rewrite your history, that make you don't have history. Once the truth is lost, you don't have no history. You don't have no culture because the truth is lost. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You can't do certain shit no more because you forgot how to do it. The truth is lost. You're not the best no more because everybody stole your recipe. You was KFC. You was the only one with the best chicken, but not no more because everybody came around you and stole your recipe. Now they make more money off your recipe than you. Huh? You did make macaroni and cheese the best, not no more. You did make the best candy yams, not no more. Are you getting this shit? Everything you did have in love or started, control, created, everybody said thank you, right? Because the truth is, it all played out. Y'all are the biggest idiots and y'all are the biggest hypocrites. And everybody knows y'all always could be finessed with money, nice shit, and you're going to go for it. Let's go. So if Fat Joe was telling DuckTales, who bought it? Who believed the shit? Who still watches? He's one of those dudes who keep telling progressively bigger whoppers than more ridiculous they sound. Biggie didn't even fuck with him like that back then. I'm sure he was aware of him because Joe is certified in the streets, but his name wasn't ringing bells like that in hip-hop. Puns was. And he and Biggie didn't even get down on a record. Bingo. Told you, it don't take a genius or rocket science. No, y'all, no. When I say it's a reason why New York are clowns, it's a reason why. Because New York participated in the circus. Because this is what happened, y'all. Thank you very much, family. When everybody else stole the game, when Atlanta was winning, when everybody else and their mother was winning in the game, New York was so desperate, they got behind anybody because they wanted to what? Bring New York back. So anybody from New York, they didn't want to let them go. They wanted to keep bringing them back. So you're going to see that's why I kept telling you, this is a New York thing. It's been a campaign on New York for the longest. Why? Because if you want to destroy the rap game, you must destroy New York first. That's why the game was taken away from New York first. That's why when it came to getting embarrassed, New York was the first. Diddy. All right? That's why y'all getting embarrassed the most and the worst. Because it's a hit. So let's go. Like I said, why is Fat Joe still talking? Why did he speak on a dead man legacy? Because he know Miss Wallace dead. Oh, allegedly, he said this in 2021. So that means that was 4 years ago. That also means what? Nobody checked him. Why nobody didn't check him? See? All right then. Why New Yorkers don't check other New Yorkers? Why do New Yorkers, even to this day, New Yorkers on YouTube, the biggest fucking mouse. Why New Yorkers don't never G-check New Yorkers? Because you should have known by now that they all friends. That's why. And you got to remember this. When you're the least successful, you got to support each other. Superstars stand alone. Get it? They need each other. That's why I already told you. You can put all the New York rappers together, and there's other rappers got more money than all of them put together. That's how sorry they are. You take every New York rapper that's in your face, that still goes live, that still goes on the radio. You put every single New York rapper together you're proud of, and they still don't add up to one rapper financially. Hopefully you get it through your head. All right? They are the fucking sorriest, the most lioness. They made New York look bad. And that's why y'all, they're going to keep getting foot up their ass. Thank you very much. No, y'all. It's a lot behind this. That's why I gotta calm down. Because look, when I say stuff like we were lied to from birth, right? It starts with stories, Santa Claus. We know this already, right? When I say shit like y'all, people always kept talking about how all the lies were in school. Some of us dropped out of school because of the lies. Just tired of the shit. Just all these fake shit, lies, right? Lies. But I told you, man, after school, you have picked up so many lies in books, interviews. You have inhaled so many lies your whole life. This is why your whole life is a lie when I keep telling you this shit. You have inhaled more lies fucking with this rap shit than anything in the world because you still listen to lies, Fat Joe. You are so indulged in lies, you no longer know lies from the truth no more. But it was written that one day you will not know darkness from the light. This is why now y'all are dark people and there's no more light in you because you have accepted everything dark. That's right. No light in you. Why? When light is in you, the light bulb comes on. Bing. What you gonna say? Hold up. Fat Joe, he ain't never do no song with Biggie. I never heard that before. That's what the light gonna say. You know what the darkness gonna say? Fat Joe going live, you're gonna just sit there like an idiot watching them. That's darkness. All right. Now, everybody knows this. Now let me put my point before we close out on this lame ass Fat Joe. When I say Fat Joe's not Puerto Rican, we're gonna leave that right there. Now let me show you somebody who's Puerto Rican. I spoke about him yesterday when I was talking about the real Bronx and Beat Street. And yes, I watched it yesterday. The whole key to Beat Street is not about the music. It's about the scenes. It's about certain secrets in it. It's about a lot of shit in this movie. But the secret to the whole movie, I'm going to tell you today is, I spoke about Lee. Lee is Puerto Rican. At the end of the interview, they asked him, yo, is it true you Puerto Rican? Yup. Bingo. Straight from the Bronx. All right? And it don't mean because you don't speak no Spanish. No, I know what I know who's who, man. All right? Puerto Rican, y'all. But you gotta remember, them Puerto Ricans in their country, they get treated like dirt too. They're not the favorite. See? Because Puerto Rico got pillars just like everywhere else. And everybody's mixed. But the original people of Puerto Rico, they look like Lee. Meaning, it's different shades of all races. Matter of fact, Puerto Rico ain't no fucking race. You know what I'm saying, right? What I'm trying to tell you is when you talk that Latino shit, it's all shades of Latino. All right? Lee is Puerto Rican. From the Bronx. Fat Joe is not. Look at those eyes, y'all. All right? Now, what I'm telling you is, he's more Asian and Latino than me. We're going to leave it at that. Enough of that, y'all. Let's move on. Saturday, y'all. Steve Harvey, y'all. That's it. Some of y'all favorite. Some of y'all people got Steve Harvey suits in their closet. Yup. Steve Harvey messed up bad, y'all. He did some dumb shit. But I'm also going to say I think Steve Harvey was set up. I think he was set up, y'all. Yup. Because the show he had to do, I think the whole show he had to do was humiliation. Now, they were doing, y'all know how sometimes they do the celebrity show. They have the Family Feud celebrity version. And within the Family Feud celebrity version, they have celebrities. All right, man. I gotta be real cautious and respectful. That's why I say I'm trying to do this right. I'm just gonna go. Steve Harvey called out by fans after fans were disgusted by controversial jokes on Celebrity Family Feud. Disgusting. That's what they're saying. All right. None is my views and opinions. I'm just going over this story. That's it. I have no opinion. I have no feelings in this. I don't care. So I don't watch Family Feud. But the rest of America, they want Family Feud to go back to normal. All right. So I think Steve Harvey time is up, y'all. Let's go. Steve Harvey called out. What did Steve Harvey do, y'all? On the Family Feud. Let's go. I'm going to just speed it up. This is the show. To make it clear for you, Steve Harvey had drag queens, all right? Drag queens versus another team. Well, some of y'all know about T.S. Madison, a celebrity trans woman that they promote, and that's part of their family too. And T.S. Madison was on Family Feud with her team. And it was for charity. It's something within this, because the charity she runs is for sex workers. Diddy trial, like I said. Because even T.S. Madison knows most people from that community, they are sex workers. Mostly the whole BET community is sex workers now. Whether they're trans, women, or men. They all participate in sex work. Where did they do all this? Where did they learn all this sex work at? Was they do all this sex work before these apps came out? Well, what they didn't know is the last job they ever gonna have is sex work. And that's it for them after that. So T.S. Madison knows that. That's why they got charities. When I was telling y'all that, they got a lot of organizations. So the winner of this got $25,000 to their charity. That's the positive side. Now, what happened is Steve Harvey and them, they started acting black, y'all. They started acting black. So you know what that means, right? They fucked up. Because they were talking about stuff they had no business talking about. That's what did it. It's not the show, it's what they were talking about. Joking. Let's go. Orange is the New Black. Laverne Cox and DJ Diplo's team on Celebrity Family Feud recently. Cox was on the game show along with Mila Jam, Jocelyn DeFries, singer Peppermint, and TV personality T.S. Madison. The all-trans team was planned to support Madison's basically charity. All right, so that was the game show. Let's go. Now, this is why I say I think this show alone was to set him up. Also, what I get to show y'all in this. Remember when I was telling y'all how all of these companies are greedy? Did you see the Family Feud with an Instagram page? Told you they all on social media now, y'all. This is what I was kept telling y'all. These apps are not the same no more. These apps are really corporate now, and they're pushing out all low-level street hood content. They're pushing out all what? You know what content. That's really what's happening. See Family Feud Instagram page, 2 million followers. Family Feud never had no. Do you see how these are big companies that were on TV for years? They're on the internet just like us. Because I told you, when all these people realized we stopped watching TV, they was what the main thing which people don't get is once TVs went digital, y'all. Once they went digital years ago, they've been knew about viewership. They've been knew about who watch. So this is what I've been telling y'all. They learned this shit through regular TV and they learned through cable. People don't watch TV no more. So what happened is all of these networks, everybody, they say shit. If they all online, we going online now. And they all say shoo. And they started to pay. You get what I'm saying, y'all? That's why they on everything. And then you start seeing all these what? Commercials. Because wherever the corporations go, the commercials gonna go. As the commercials go on, they gotta cut down on that bullshit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These shits are corporate now. They all gonna y'all fucking destroyed Instagram. It was when Instagram has a 3.9 rating, y'all. That means that shit is crashing. So they're gonna have to reboot that shit. Instagram is rated 3.9, y'all, and dropping. Trash. Told you these apps are trash now, guys. I'm also gonna give y'all the official date YouTube started. So today, when I say a lot of y'all, right? YouTube is your last stop, and it's all you got left. Whether you're a content creator, subscribe, it don't matter. If you're not functioning in the real world, once again, I'm going to show you your reality, and I'm also going to show you why you always going to be called Color People Time, Johnny Come Lately. And then I'm going to show you why everybody been got rich off YouTube a long time ago. And they all cashed out when most of y'all started. So today you will get the official date of when YouTube started. All right? So we got a few things. Main things in the real world we talking about in a minute. In Chicago, you next. You next. You know what that means, Chicago? Troops on ground. Troops on ground, Chicago. It's going down. They coming. And we're going to talk about YouTube, meaning the beginning. So let's go. All right, y'all. Let's go, man. I was starting a little bit because I ain't want to talk about this stuff. Steve Harvey is finished, y'all. He's finished. So the cause of the winner, the winners get $25,000 to their charity. The charity describes itself as an innovative housing initiative designed to support and empower Black trans women engaged in sex work. On its website, however, despite winning the $25,000, the team went viral for the comments. So let me show you how it went, y'all. So now you see, it was supposed to be positive. It went negative. Now, they won the charity money, the $25,000. But they're telling us they are trending for the shit they said on the show, which overshadowed the actual charity. All right? That's it. But members only. Didn't I show y'all that it's a lot of people in what? Organizations, right? I showed you that the rainbow community has instant programs to put them on their feet very quick. And I told you, a lot of people are classified under that to this day. A lot of them are classified under LGBTQ and HIV programs. This is how a lot of your people are getting housing, and a lot of your people are getting disability. This is how a lot of people are now sustaining, y'all. That is the biggest thing y'all didn't get about that. That whole movement was not just based on. And what you don't get about the LGBTQ, it got infiltrated by a lot of people that were claiming they were straight. That's what y'all don't get. That's what y'all don't get. When I even told y'all, it's fake rainbow people. You know what the fake rainbow people called? In the closet. So it's a lot of people in the closet, but they're classified on paperwork under LGBT communities. And these are facts. All right? So let's go. And I also told you, mostly everybody signed up in the LGBT community, especially if they're disabled. They're either a sex worker or they get disability and don't work, which means they're all online every single day, 24/7. Let's go. So let's speed it up. Now we're going to get into the nasty part, y'all. They started talking nasty on Family Feud, y'all. They started talking nasty. Candidly joked about whether he could call TS with her last name. Of course, listen, I take it short or long. She calmly mentioned Harvey was stunned. Another remark made him squirm. Steve Harvey, it's okay to free ball. We free balling today, TS said, talking about men not wearing underpants. Now, how many times I joked on this show, and I told y'all, Joe Budden be free balling on this show when I was joking on his ass, right? I said Joe Budden sit on his platform with his legs crossed, free balling on purpose with his shoes off, right? Okay. They saying this shit on the Family Feud, y'all. So that's why I say it has nothing to do with sexuality. Keyword, family. Family Feud. Guess who the face of this shit? Guess who was the face of it? Guess who the face of free balling? Now put that next to the Diddy trial. When I kept telling you, the Diddy trial is about all of y'all are freaks. Kept telling you that. The secret on y'all is all of y'all are freaks. That's the saying. That's what it's all about. Told you, man. What I say. Well, if you see these people, it's going to be bad news, something nasty or something freaky. Here we go. I'm going to keep proving it. It was supposed to be a positive event, a positive thing, but it's going viral for negativity. And now Steve Harvey might get canceled. Yep. They talking about balls on Family Feud, y'all. Family Feud. Family Feud. But this is why I say I think Steve Harvey got set up anyway. By him having to do this show, he got set up. Because everybody knows the secret. This is who y'all are, or you're willing participants, or you love the shit. And this is who you guys are. Mainly, you down low, brothers. That's what it's about. You down low people. That's right. Tell you, man, y'all gonna keep getting humiliated this whole year. It's not gonna stop. Keep telling you that. Y'all don't get it. Black Hollywood is finished. Told you, man. Let's go. It's talking about free balling on TV, y'all. So let's use our brain, y'all. Because, you know, it's a lot of weirdos out here, right? When I'm talking about weirdos, I'm talking y'all know, mind you, y'all know I'm talking about people with common sense, y'all. People with common sense. If you don't have common sense, you are now a weirdo. That's it. It ain't about no sex. It ain't about no race. If you don't have common sense, you are a weirdo. That's it. All right. So let's look at this with common sense. You sit and watch your Family Feud with your niece, your nephew, your kids, your son. Some people play Family Feud on video game. People watch Family Feud, y'all. So you just think if you were sitting down with some young people watching Family Feud, because in your mind, you're thinking this is something positive. We can watch this with my family. And they talking about balls. Now, what you think about that now? Them talking about shit like this. Meanwhile, what? You've never, ever, ever heard no sexual content on Family Feud ever. You never even heard nothing in that department, period, right? So why are they doing it in 2025? And now, why are they in trouble? And why did they ruin the whole event? Meaning, they won the $25,000 for the charity, but now they're trending for bad news. Which really means nobody cares about the charity now. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about her organization. You get what I'm saying? It's all a joke. Now, let's look at it. To you, okay, let's look at how we think other people might look at this. How does other people look at this? People that don't got nothing to do with black entertainment, trying to watch Family Feud just to watch some shit, and they got to hear this talk. See that? All right. So we just got to understand and draw a line that talking is not normal on TV. Definitely not Family Feud. Let's go. They were talking about more. All right, so let's get this clear. First thing Madison said is, because this is a joke, Steve Harvey, he was asking, could he call TS with her last name, Madison? Of course, listen, I take it short or long. That's a joke. Saying she take it short or long. Talking about you know what. That's one joke. Harvey was stunned. Another remark made him squirm. Steve Harvey, it's okay to free ball. We free balling today. See, they told him straight up. We free balling right now on national TV, man. They're not supposed to be talking like that. Period. All right, so let's go. There's two things. It's something else they said. They said three different things, y'all. Shows it's okay to free ball. We free balling today. Talking about men not wearing underpants. That's when Cox cut in. Deborah Cox. Some of us are without the B. So now they're talking about, you know what, on TV. And they won't stop. I told you, your people don't know when to stop. Let's go. What else I told you? It's something about your people. When y'all get in front of them fucking cameras, y'all don't know how to act. Let's go back to B Street. Yo, y'all remember in B Street, that main part where Leonard went to go break dance? What happened? They wanted that tape, right? And then remember that all that beat was over the tape? Yo, just give us the tape. Because I never saw myself on video before. I'm telling you, man, it's a science with y'all and cameras. It is said that y'all lose y'all mind, everything. Cameras control y'all. Cameras control y'all. TVs control y'all. Phones, anything in the digital world, anything in the world of superstar, anything in the world of graphics, all control y'all. Meaning it influences y'all the most. And y'all literally lose y'all mind. It's a fact, y'all. Everybody know this shit, y'all. They forgot this shit was a national TV show, y'all. Like I say, they didn't stop, y'all. They didn't stop. Check it out. Steve Harvey, it's okay to free ball. We free balling today. All right, talking about not wearing underpants for those who don't get it. That's when Deborah Cox cut in saying, some of us are without the B word, talking about balls. So some of us are free, and some of us have set them free, meaning chopped them off on TV. So like I said, y'all, this is what I keep telling you. Everything is not about race. Everything is not about sexuality. But you guys make it about sexuality. You guys are so sexual. That's all y'all fucking know. Y'all empower sex. Y'all love sex. Y'all life is sex. That's a joke about y'all is y'all are freaks. Freak means weirdo. Freak means nasty. Freak means you do anything to anybody. That's y'all. All right? These are the secret narratives. Shh. Meanwhile, let's look at public opinion because they discussed it. Since then, fans have criticized the episode, which has caused controversy for the show's producers and presenter, Steve Harvey. All right? So producers in trouble. So you know what that means, right? Producers and Steve Harvey in trouble. This also means they might lose ratings off of this instantly. Let me say it again. This means they might lose viewership instantly. Everybody's not with the same program. That program y'all talking on that show, that's for y'all, and that's for y'all era. We don't want to hear that no more. That's the saying, y'all. Let's go. Disgusting. What they saying about Steve Harvey's show? Disgusting. Disgusting. It used to be a family-friendly show. Cancel Family Feud, a viewer criticized. Huh? It used to be a family show. Cancel Family Feud. Uh-oh. Well, the timer has been set on Steve Harvey. That's it. That's it. Say goodbye to Steve Harvey, y'all. But this is why I say it was all a setup, and Steve Harvey got to be the dumbest man on the planet. because it was already a campaign against Steve Harvey. That's right, for many reasons. Also, don't forget, Steve Harvey is Cat Williams' #1 enemy. So when Cat Williams went on Club Shay Shay, y'all know he was talking to Steve Harvey as well. He was the main one he was talking to, because the secret of Steve Harvey is, y'all, behind the scenes, he's a piece of shit. Behind the scenes, he's a wicked man, a freaky man, and he ain't shit. The secret is also, like I already put together, they saying he used his daughter for clout. Y'all don't see they didn't have no limits. So, joking about balls chopped off, joking about free balling, joking about short and long, all of those what? P jokes. That's what got him in trouble. Set up. All right? It was an epic showdown between the famous trans actress from Orange is the New Black, Deborah Cox. Here's Deborah Cox. All right? So like I said, y'all want respect, but y'all don't know how to act. Why are y'all so sexual and freaky? If I wanted to, if a straight man or anybody, right? Say a straight man want to show his balls every day. Say if a straight man want to show his meat every day, is there something wrong with that? What if every day a man go live and say, look at this, y'all. Either he bulging on purpose or he points to his meat every day and say, yeah, man, every day. You want to see that shit every day? Do you always want to hear about that? Why are y'all so freaky, man? Why everything y'all do? Why do y'all want respect from the world, but y'all always so sexual? So y'all want respect one side of your mouth, but you're always doing some shit to disrespect yourself. So when I kept telling you, nobody takes y'all serious no more, y'all, because they know y'all only got energy for all the wrong shit. Y'all proud of all the wrong shit. Y'all proud of shit. Meanwhile, you have nothing to be proud of for real. Only thing y'all proud of is y'all sex. Only thing y'all proud of is y'all sex organs. Meat, BBLs, Viagra pills. That's all y'all got, guys. Everybody knows this. Y'all are considered the freaks of America. It's all in the Diddy trial, y'all. And it's not over yet. You have witnessed the biggest slander campaign on yourself this whole year. This whole year, you have BT is over because you guys are now the Comedy Central station. That's why. For the whole country, y'all been Comedy Central. Comedy Central and anger. Because y'all won't stop. So let's go. All right. When I told you the campaign been on Steve Harvey, family, this is an update. This is an update. Ain't nothing new. Ben told you Steve going down. All right. This was the nail in his coffin now, y'all. Because now they saying cancel his ass. That's right. Meanwhile, when I say Steve Harvey had to be the dumbest man, if he didn't know all this stuff was on him, he should have known better. So when I kept telling y'all, it doesn't matter what they do. People have been making videos on all of them for about 2 years straight now. They have so much exposure and dirt on them, so many trolling videos, so many disgusting, disturbing news on them. They're never coming back. And this is how I know that Steve Harvey lives in fantasy land, because if he knew what was up against him, he would have never joked like that. He would have been as serious as he could. All they had to do, y'all, was be super serious. That's all they had to do. They forgot pride meant have some goddamn respect for yourself. Act like a goddamn adult. That's what that means, all right? Simple and plain. You're not going to keep getting to be an idiot because of your sexual preferences. That's what you guys kept thinking. Y'all kept thinking your sexual preference or your sexual appetite makes you special. Now, you are special, but they also say special mean what? Special ed. They say that too, right? The thing is, y'all had a chance to shine and do things the right way to get y'all respect and honor, but look how you acted. Y'all were talking sexual, freaky shit on a national family American show, which is shown all around the world. But this is who y'all are now. All right. So Steve Harvey should have known that, because they've been telling me clues about him going down for a minute. But I know what all this means. All this really means he's more affiliated with Diddy than most of us think he is. What was I saying yesterday? What did we talk about yesterday is one of Diddy's defenses. They're trying to say that Diddy using the defenses, he's a porn producer. And I said, yo, you think about it, y'all, he do got a lot of footage. He actually could be portrayed as a porn producer. He got a lot of porn. So what am I saying? It's also being said he got Steve Harvey on tape. Run, bitch, run. The Diddy of comedy. Who that? Steve Harvey. They say he a ground ball. He do a lot of shit behind the scenes. They say behind the scenes, Steve Harvey do a whole lot. So I'm showing you the campaign that been against Steve Harvey, and my family already know what's up. It's the same people making these videos, and we don't know who they are. These people are the same people. These people right here are the same people. And then it's another wave of people. Let's go. This is what they're saying about them, y'all. Steve Harvey. Because nobody affiliated with Diddy is going to walk. They should be arrested. TD Jakes and Diddy got him. Huh? TD Jakes and Diddy got him. Steve Harvey. That's what they're saying. None of this is a fact. Sold her for fame. What we already been saying. He what? Sold her for fame. Told you I was just talking about Steve Harvey a couple episodes ago. Next thing you know, he's in trouble. $1 million a night. Saying that Steve Harvey was selling her ass $1 million a night. Damn. It's all alleged. But I want you to understand that Steve Harvey ain't good, y'all. Once all this shit came out on Steve Harvey, his career been over, y'all. I told you all their career's over, never coming back. Any respectable company is not going to do no business with none of them. You cannot have Steve Harvey do nothing. That's why I say, I know what's up, y'all. The owners and makers of Family Feud know all of this shit is already out here on him. When I just showed you, Family Feud has an Instagram channel. They have people that do internet homework 24/7, y'all. Analytics. See that Instagram channel? They know Steve Harvey is being slayed for his Diddy affiliation. So to get in front of this, Family Feud knows they have to get rid of Steve Harvey eventually anyway. They know this, y'all. So this is why I say I think this show was to set Steve Harvey up. You know what I'm saying? Because why I say that? Because if I'm Steve Harvey, I'm supposed to have a clue. Hold up. This Family Feud. They not no family. Why am I even doing this show? You get it? It's like a setup. Now, if I was Steve Harvey and I had to do the show, I wouldn't have been doing no joking. Meaning, not that type of joking. Hey, just treat them like regular people, right? Okay. If that was regular people, Steve Harvey, would y'all be joking about balls and nuts? No. If that was a straight couple, a straight family, with the mom, the dad, the kids, would y'all be talking about penises and balls? No. So I'm showing you, it was a setup. And he set himself up. TD Jakes and Diddy got him. What's the secret jokes? They all love man meat. We were filmed. Bingo. What did I say? Diddy actually was a porno producer. 250 video cameras. When I keep telling y'all, they keep leaking us these jokes, these secrets. Everybody knows, y'all. Allegedly. We were filmed. This is why Diddy tried to use that for a defense. I didn't do nothing to nobody. Everything was willing participant, Your Honor. And besides that, Your Honor, I mean, when I filmed it, they knew I was filming. Because it's a story. Diddy had lights out, meaning every camera was not hidden. He's a rich man. If he said, I want to film this, you're going to do it. Even if he what? Pay you. Your Honor, you see these? No, Your Honor. My next career was going to be, see, I was a hip-hop producer, Your Honor. The end of my career, I was going to be a porn producer. And that's why I say, don't be surprised if the diddler start leaking all these home videos, because he's a porn producer. We were filmed. See the hints? See the clues? See the clues? All right. Somebody knows something we don't know. We were filmed. All right? Porn producer. 50 Cent know what's up. Huh? It got dark. Why? Because they dark. Why all this shit on Steve Harvey, y'all? Now the question is, you don't think the Family Feud know this shit? When I already told you, they have millions upon millions of views of slander. Let me show it to y'all clear one more time, knuckleheads. It is people working more harder than your favorite content creators put together. When I tell you, this, I done showed you every single person. Y'all know the same people doing these same videos. But when we learned that these videos coming from all around the world, other countries, other places, when I've been told you that everybody outside of black entertainment is against destroying it, working 24/7 to destroy it, when I said that it does not matter how many black content creators, entertainers, bloggers, talk every day, whatever the fuck they do, it doesn't matter, because it is thousands of videos being pumped out every single day on every last one of them, and eventually it's going to destroy everybody. This is what have all of their brands in jeopardy. This means no more sponsorship. That's what this means. So this is so much out of control for Steve Harvey. It is impossible for Family Feud to keep playing make-believe like Steve Harvey is not being dragged online with all of these allegations. So eventually they have to cut him off, y'all. So I know it's going to happen. And these jokes were the nail in his coffin. Maybe Family Feud set him up when they booked them for this show. Period. And he took the bait. It's all true. Why are they saying this, y'all? All right. No, y'all. Nobody's going to stop this. As of now, they all have more bad news than good news. I'm going to say it again. All of this shit is controlled. And the main thing you have to understand, these videos are not just on YouTube. They're on every social media platform. Period. All right? Steve Harvey, Oprah. We'll keep going, y'all. Name a big name right now. You have no more big names. They're all in the dirt. You already know about T.D. Jakes, the biggest of the church. Oprah, the biggest of media. They're all in the dirt. And if they're not in the dirt, they still a sad story like Wendy Williams. She has no more money. Oh, Wendy coming back. And she coming back. And she going to... Wendy's 60 years old, y'all. She's finished. Why are they saying this about Steve Harvey, y'all? The Diddy of comedy. You see Steve Harvey drinking that liquor? Telling me when he get drunk, he act a fool behind the scenes. All right? So, he'll be arrested next. But this really means his career is over, y'all. That's what it means. Now, think like a business person. About it, whatever. Then on the show, this happens. Then you go back seeing this shit again, and you like this. Is it really a good idea for us to have Steve on this show? He's not even, he brought us viewership. He don't bring us viewership no more. Hey, God, they don't even watch TV no more. He don't bring us no viewership. They're all watching YouTube now. See that? So look, this look alone means he's not good for sponsorship, y'all. He's going to be off TV one way or another. It got dark. All right? So, you getting the clue? Nobody affiliated with Diddy is going to be straight. Now, the campaign against Steve Harvey is official. Yup, it's in the public now because that was the plan. It's simple, y'all. This is how I know you're going to be up the show. If the people that watch the show like you, you good. But once they say cancel him and they say disgusting, that means they don't want to see him no more. That means Steve Harvey time is up. He will be next, Diddy. And when that means he next, that means his ass just going to lose his clout. Because in their world, they don't got to die or go to jail. Once they lose their name, they dead and in jail. Because when they sit in their house and they can't go out in public, they're in jail. This is what I come with the concept of their mansions are their prisons. All right, now let's get into the real talk. First thing first, Jerry Jones addressed Micahparsons yesterday, and he also went into how he got in this game, how he was struggling in the beginning. Long story short, he said he'd been trying to talk to Micah, but he basically was saying Micah got some janky ass manager. He letting his manager talk for him, and his manager fucking the shit up. Or his sports agency, whatever, it come down to this. From what I know, Jerry Jones don't respect Micahparsons' representation. And allegedly, they told him to stick that up his butt, whatever that, okay? So Jerry Jones took the time out to address all that shit. Also went into the whole science of how he got the Cowboys, all the stuff that went down. So that's that. Now we're going to get into the real talk real quick. Chicago, you next. You about to get cleaned up. Now, for people that know, a couple years ago, somebody offered the mayor help. Remember when Chicago had people dying every weekend, shootings every day? Drill. Okay. Kill. Okay. Somebody asked the mayor, "Do you need me to send the troops? You need some help?" Somebody said, "No, we good. You straight." And next thing you know, more people kept dying. And then that person that denied the help, they left office and ran, and people kept dying. But I'm going to tell y'all, I feel like the people of Chicago deserve to live their life. The people of Chicago should not have to worry about their kids getting slaughtered forever. It's already cold in Chicago. This is the setup. Cold in the winter in the house. Summertime, can't go outside, get killed in the house. Can't even enjoy their beautiful city, even though they're in one of the most historical cities and states in the whole America. They got used to living in fear or dealing with fuck shit their whole life, y'all. When I tell you, everything happens for the future, y'all. It's that simple. When I said that, a lot of us live our life, and a lot of us are really selfish bastards at this point. And I know what's up. See, a lot of y'all don't want this street shit to end because you want to keep living your fake ass life or nothing, right, bro? See, you know, a lot of y'all love the streets because you know the streets only place you could be at when you're broke. See, you know that when you broke, the streets gonna love you. They're gonna remember you for who you was and all this shit. They're gonna praise you. The streets stroke your ego when you have nothing else. But you're not thinking about all the youngsters never got a chance to live their life. All these youngsters been dying, y'all, over this rap shit, believing fake ass lies. So my whole thing is, if all this shit gotta die so they can live in the future, I'm with that. That's why I told you, man. My whole thing is everything they campaigned against that I know for a fact destroy the whole nation of people. I already know the nation, whatever they are, whoever the fuck they are, they're already destroyed. But their only last hope is if they got some smart youngsters left, they might be the ones slipping through the cracks. So if every hood gotta get wiped out from all these fake ass gangsters, if every hood gotta get wiped out, being that I already know the game, I already know the game is over. I already know gang banging is dead. I already know every fiber of the street is finished. So if they gotta come and shut down everything and wipe everybody ass the fuck out, that's what's gonna happen. And I don't give a fuck. If them kids get spared, I'm happy. So I don't know about y'all. Same thing is right now. These are the facts. If a lot of y'all were asked to lay down your life for the future of your kids, a lot of y'all wouldn't do it anyway. So like I said, it's a reason why a lot of people are punks. And a lot of y'all don't want this shit to end. But it's going to end, y'all. I keep telling you, it's going to end. What you watching is human sacrifice. Why? Humans don't know when to stop. They don't know when to leave. They lost forgiveness. They lost everything. They're animals. It's only one way to deal with animals. I was an animal. But I never was proud of that shit. This is what I'm telling y'all. If you want to live a normal life, because people, a lot of y'all you're not used to living a normal life. Well, you can come outside and don't have to worry about nothing. These places have been criminal, overrun on purpose. We were raised in crime because it also was a saying that what? Crime pays. We paid the price for crime and everybody else got rich. Police officers, doctors, lawyers, states. Are you getting it? Commissary. Crime pays, y'all. But everybody's rich off crime now. It's a lot of reasons why crime is over, y'all. But what I'm telling you is this. Chicago, you next. But I'm going to tell you once again. If you are a good person and you do everything right, you have nothing to worry about. See, the main thing that has to happen if a lot of y'all want to say y'all life, if you're not a fucking criminal, stop thinking like a criminal. Stop believing behavior of a criminal. Meaning, you're not in the streets. It is no such thing as snitching no more, y'all. It's all over with. So, unless you're proud of your kids dying, unless you proud of your kids growing up to be big-ass zeros, if you still proud of your kids never seeing another state with their own eyes, another city or nothing, and all they do is live in this one little section and die, if you still cool with that, cool. But if you want to enjoy your city, if you want to live a life of a regular human being, if you want to reap the benefits of the country your ancestors helped build and die at, then hopefully you'll understand what this is about. If you were not taught to be a foreigner because your family never taught you that you were anything other than what? Bingo. Let's go. I'm just going to show y'all that we're getting out of here. Chicago's officials say what the city needs is not federal troops, but continued investment in local solutions. You see what they're saying? Just keep investing in shit. Just keep investing in solutions. Just keep investing. But they don't need no troops. Why? So Chicago gonna get built up and then they're gonna come take it over again, destroy it again. Y'all don't get it, motherfucker? No, they don't want y'all to get straight. They don't want y'all to be fixed. Why? We also know that the most political city is you know where. And if you live in a city where you capitalize off those blacks dying, you don't want it to stop. If you scared them troops gonna make you lose your power, if you scared that it's political, meaning you know the troops on the ground mean y'all not fucking taking care of Chicago people. Y'all know that. They know that troops mean, whole Chicago precinct look bad. The whole system look bad. Y'all let Chicago get fucked up. Who were the victims of the shit? When we saw migrants beating on blacks in school parks. Them goddamn migrants was whipping on blacks in Chicago. These are facts. But guess what? They wasn't migrants. They was illegals. Yup. What they do to Chicago, y'all? Well, migrants came in this country, but the illegals from the gangs, they sent their ass to Chicago, y'all. That's what they did on purpose. Because when the migrants came, they sent ones to certain places. The smart ones, the good ones, they sent to good cities. The family, hardworking families, they sent to good. It was strategic, y'all. It was fucking strategic. Florida, y'all need farmers. We got some good farmers for you. They legit. Oh. These good women. These criminals, y'all go to New York. That's how they did it. How they did it, y'all. Illegals, y'all gonna go to their hood and push that fentanyl. Yeah. Reason why I know this, I'm gonna say it again, y'all. Half of this shit I wouldn't have known. I'm gonna say it again. When I first started and used to drop the link, a man came on his channel. He was a Latino brother. pulling out his firearms on. That's why it's part of why I stopped dropping the link, because of clowns, right? He turned on the camera, waving his pistol on YouTube. He said, that's why we're going to sell all y'all people fentanyl. Y'all all going to die. He said that shit 2021, before the fentanyl crisis. And I'd be damned if it didn't happen. That's why I say I've been paying attention to every fucking thing. He said, that's why we going to sell this shit to y'all. And I'd be damned if it didn't happen. No, y'all. Y'all would just sleep. So when they got to come to Chicago, Chicago also had a major illegal shipment. They were shipping illegals straight to Chicago. What else we see good about Chicago? They showed us the migrants that bought their first home. We saw that last year. So we already know what's up. All right? So like I said, guys, we just going to move on, y'all. We just going to move on, y'all. We have to accept the life we've been living, man. We got to accept the fact that people was tricked to be proud of nothing, y'all. Proud of this shit called the hood, the ghetto, which really meant proud to be poor as fuck, live with roaches, rats, snitches, rapists, killers, murderers, all that shit. Proud of that shit, y'all. Proud of living dirt. 11 sentence. After federal investigation, what happened? All they ass locked up. What was they doing? Selling that fentanyl, aka selling that death. Everybody's going to jail for life, y'all. I told you, everybody's going to be gone. They wiping up all the hoods. Everywhere's getting wiped out. So I'm going to just keep showing you. They coming to Chicago. So if you know about what happened in California, you know about D.C., Chicago, you next. So what else you looking at? They claims they are ready to replicate the approach in Chicago, which he repeatedly described as a mess. He argues that Chicago residents are desperate for federal intervention, invoking imagery of locals wearing red hats and personally requesting his help. The key thing is Chicago residents are desperate for federal intervention. But the truth is, that's what they need, because some of them so far gone off, y'all. They don't get it, man. They don't know the life that we've been living. That shit ain't normal, bro. Ladies, that's not normal. You can grow up as a single mother, but in Chicago, it's going to be worse for you. That's not normal, y'all. It's not. That's the home of R. Kelly. That shit ain't normal, y'all. All the motherfuckers got to go, y'all, because Chicago got 1 million R. Kellys. It's a lot going on with this, y'all. No, it's all about the criminal element, illegal element. It's all about the trash being taken out, y'all. So when I kept saying, at the end of this year, a lot of people not going to be around no more, I'm going to keep giving y'all the proof. But I'm going to tell you this last time, y'all. If you are a good person, it does not apply to you. Every fight is not your fight, y'all. This is how people been getting wrapped up and tricked up and shit. That has nothing to do with them. All right? Same way if it's a beef outside your house. And you ain't a GD or a vice lord. They killing each other. Well, that's none of your business. When they ass get rounded up, that's none of your business. Same shit. All right? You got to stop being ignorant, y'all. Meaning, you got to think about the future. You can stay ignorant, but don't let them be ignorant. Now, we're about to get out of here, y'all. You're looking at one of the outlaws. After Tupac legacy, Idi Amin YouTube channel. As I continue the saga, they will all be podcasters and YouTubers. The new version of Hollywood Unsung, the BT version. Everybody from this shit is fucked up, showing us they did not benefit. They didn't even know how to pimp themselves. He is a content creator now, y'all. Idi Amin from the Outlaws. Y'all love Tupac and Outlaws. No, the truth is Tupac legacy is dead. Biggie legacy is dead, and they never coming back, and they both disgraced. But just think about how everybody was wrapped up in these legacies for 30 years. So if you was wrapped up in these legacies for 30 years, but you didn't build on your legacy, I already know 9 times out of 10 you don't have shit, and you ain't never gonna be shit. I've been fighting to try to be shit. When I say that, I left this shit alone a long time ago. What I mean is, left it alone, I stopped taking it serious, meaning I understood it was all a bunch of bullshit. But the music, yeah, still around. Idi Amin breaks silence. He's speaking on the dead. Who that? Young Noble from Outlaws just died. So he's going to start his channel making content because one of his members just died. Told you, without nobody dying, y'all don't have no content. All y'all talk about is death, dark shit, depressive shit, and fucking failure because that's who y'all are. Can you get it now? You can't be successful doing nothing else. Fat Joe talking about dead people. He talking about dead people. Look at every goddamn black channel damn near talking about what? Dead people. Because y'all are what? Dead people. That's really why they call y'all dark. Black. All right? Black entertainment is really dark entertainment. And they entertain that shit all day. Now, let's speed it up. He is just now starting a YouTube channel. But now I'm going to show Idi Amin and all of y'all what I've been telling you already. All right? YouTube is old, y'all. Why am I saying that? To a lot of people, it's new. Even the people that I watched come in 2016 is new. People I seen come here 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, when I keep going, it's still new. When I say I seen all y'all come on this bitch, every last person on YouTube with a name I saw when y'all came on here. Every last one of y'all. I've been on this shit active since 2008. That's my date. But I'm going to show you the official date of YouTube starting 20 years ago, 2005. So Johnny come lately. Can you now see y'all 20 years late to the party? What I mean by that is somehow y'all all stuck on this shit now. That's what I mean, y'all. Y'all all ran to an app that's 20 years old. Now you have nothing left. All right? Just know that. Y'all talk a lot of shit. Guess who got y'all by the balls now? Guess who money you need to survive in this world now? All right? When I told you all in the track, YouTube was started on Valentine's Day 2005. Shit, 20 years old. See that? See how, like I said, y'all, I watched the whole shit. I watched chat rooms before they were chat rooms. Chat rooms go back to 99. This is why I be telling y'all, y'all still not acting chat rooms. Y'all still not acting online still. This shit old, y'all. It's fucking old. It's old. This is what I meant when I kept telling y'all, y'all the biggest kids online now, y'all. Y'all the big, y'all, only y'all. Everybody else played around with this shit, they gone. Now it's y'all. 2000, this shit 20 years old, y'all. Oh, now let me give some history of YouTube. You want to know who started it? The same people that started PayPal started YouTube, which means what? Sold YouTube, capitalized off PayPal, built off that. PayPal, also the ones that created what? That Square swipe. Square. All right? Also, don't forget, all this shit start where? Silicon Valley. Y'all gonna be rappers? So the whole time y'all were rapping, Laffy Taffy, 2005, YouTube was created. When I first got on YouTube, it was to watch old hip-hop videos. That's how I first started on this shit. Watching old hip-hop videos because that was my only source of old hip-hop content. That's what I first used the shit for because that's what it was. Personal uploads from your house. 2005. Now, I want all y'all to look at y'all life. 20 years on the app. And y'all think this shit gonna go on forever. No, when I told you all this shit crashed, it's for a reason. 20 years they made money off this shit. 20 years. But the only trick is now, we made all our money off of it. Now, y'all all need this to make your money now. See the difference? Told y'all, man. Johnny come lately. It's a lot of reasons why they call y'all CPT. You're always late. Huh? So when everybody was on YouTube playing around, fighting back and forth, I was just looking like, look at these niggas really know how to act, y'all. I said, these niggas brought that Instagram shit over here. Them niggas online beefing. Them niggas they so trapped in the hood, y'all. They actually take the hood wherever they go. What's it saying? You can take a nigga out the hood. You can't take the hood out the nigga, right? So when niggas go to the club, they bring the hood with them. When niggas go online, they bring the hood with them. See why they gonna keep talking about is hood content? Saying shit. You know, in jail, niggas talk like that, right? Yo, so-and-so, man, that nigga snitch, man. That nigga's a bitch. They talk the same shit online. They had jail conversations online. Streets, same shit. But online was to get away from all of that. So when I tell you it's going back to that, no. They let all y'all get online because you in the trap, like I said. If you, You don't got to tell me. You just tell yourself. If you don't have shit to your name, nothing. You ain't got too much of nothing. And you depend on this shit for all your money. I'm going to ask all y'all a question. Can you guarantee me you're going to get paid off YouTube next year? Can you guarantee me you'll be getting a YouTube check for a whole year straight? Can you guarantee it? Just know this shit 20 years old now. Just know that. All right? 20 years old. Actually, 20 and a half. 20 years and a half. Keep basing your life on this shit, y'all, and watch where you're going to go at. Because as of now, the biggest trick, the biggest trap we set for y'all right now, when they know what? Every person from the street that was a street dweller, they're all monetized online. Whether YouTube, pick one. Tell you, man, y'all in the biggest trap. Everybody knows this your last step. No more streets, no more street money. So when I say I hope a lot of y'all was doing this for a hobby and building other shit up, you're going to find out the hard way, y'all. You on a 20-year-old app, and this is your fucking life now. Understand that part. I'm talking to certain people. All right? So on that note, enjoy your day. I'll holler at y'all later. Members, Secrets of America Part 7 tomorrow. All right? Be there or be square. On that note, man, I'm out. 1.